And I appreciate you.
There you go, it's in the air, right? Yeah, so look forward to
That's a good, you know, I pulled it out, that's where I pulled it from.
Yeah. And then that's all the data, even the income and the projected the population in this area, but if you build something else, home ownership, single or condo.
You know what Elliot told me?
Yeah,
He said, you gotta build more housing with this money.
absolutely,
He
that's
said,
what,
down payment, because that's great, down payment assistance money, just build,
build
just take
more.
the money, get the majority percentage of it, and go build more
Yeah,
housing.
what I get is three-pronged approach. Build more, we have this little money, seek the state funding and private funding come in.
Yeah.
We expect to have you on it, right?
What?
Does it expect to have people coming in?
I don't know. Nobody said they were gonna, but they're welcome to.
We already have the plan here, so that's good. Establish affordable housing plus application. So you wrote the housing production plan.
No, I never wrote the HPP. I wrote the City of Lowell Affordable Housing. I wrote the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust Fund guidebook, which I took permission from the HPP to do.
This is done by this head, right?
I did not do the HPP.
Yeah.
Not somebody else.
Gentlemen, how we doing?
How are you, Mr. Mayor? Good to see you.
Good, good. Hey, Georgia, just quick. Hi, Todd, how are you? We have at 5 o'clock. They have that elections thing tonight.
Mr. Mayor, would you like me to go quickly through the meeting? I can get it done in a half an hour if you'd like.
I'm just saying you expect a lot of people. It's been like on social media and stuff, so I'm expecting a packed house. Probably a little bit before 5 o'clock. Just so you know.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, will do. I'll take a look at my watch around 5:05. I'll make sure I'm wrapping it up by then.
Cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, so I can hear the mayor clearly, and I can see him perfectly, so that'll work. The technology, Todd, is the biggest piece of this. It's hard to do. There's so many things you gotta put together. That's the majority of the work is figuring it out. Luckily, we've been having some luck. Yeah, so Eric is taking his kid to college today, up to Vermont, so he may not.
Yeah, I appreciate that, thank you.
Hi, Mr.
Hey,
Mayor.
what's up? Guys, and when?
Thank
See ya.
you for coming, sir.
Mr. Mayor.
Hey, how's it going?
See you, sir.
See ya.
Mr. Manager, if you had by your seat there, I put up some packets, and can I put some handy notes in there, wait till you're there? Anything I need?
We have everybody online, everybody online for this?
Eric Nelson's taking his kid to college, and he's not gonna be able to make it.
Yeah.
But Valerie's on her way, the mayor's, on Zoom,
Yeah.
and then, Connor and Austin, I think, are joining up on Zoom too.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Zoom right now, there's a name that I don't recognize, and the, Lowell Television Communications Center, be very careful when you recognize the names, they've had problems in the past, with people coming in.
Let's see, I mean,
I'm gonna click on it,
Yeah.
okay with you.
we have to shut it down.
That's what he said, just be ready to shut it down, just in case. Well, yeah, on time, in front of you is a microphone, you just gotta, when you
Yes.
make sure it's on mute. You click the button.
Thank you.
Oh, it's after 4:30, so I think.
Yeah, if you wanna step, well, there's three of us here, so you can step, we'll have a format.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust Fund meeting. Today's August 20th, 2025. My name is George Coloris, and I'm your administrator. Welcome.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to, call meeting to order, please.
Motion to start the meeting given by Ty Cha. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. I'm going to continue with the roll call. If you hear your name, and you're here, just say here. City Manager Tom Golden.
Here.
Ta Chai.
Here.
Mayor Dan Ruck.
Here.
Eric Nelson. Eric Nelson. Valerie Opara.
Mr. Administrator, Ms. O'Para will be joining us shortly.
Yes.
But
Thank
right
you.
now, as of right now, she's not
She's
here.
on the way.
Yep.
Thank you. Austin Ball,
Also coming.
on the way. Connor Baldwin. And let me sign in, another guest just showed up, who's our speaker, so I'm gonna admit him, and I'll add him to the roll call. Mr. Elliot Yaffa?
George, can you hear me?
I can now. Thank you, Mr. Yaffa. You're there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, pretty much.
Great, thank you for attending. That's our roll call. I'd like to get a motion.
Motion to approve the minute from July 16 meeting.
A motion to approve the minutes from the July 16th meeting given by Tai Cha.
Move approve.
Movement's been approved.
Move to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. We're going to move on to continued business from last meeting. Anybody have any continued business we didn't finish? Mr. Cha?
Nothing here, Mr. Colors. Mr. Mayor?
All set?
Okay, today we have a special guest from the Community Development, from the Department of Planning and Development. His name's Mr. Elliot Yaffa. Elliot's going to speak upon the median income in the city of Lowell and rents. Mr. Yaffa, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Elliot, you have the floor.
Yeah, so let me go over a couple of things. I'm just going to provide some data to you guys. So this is the data that I'm giving you is mostly from the HUD database that is public information about the income limits and the fair market rents. And the other thing that I'm going to provide is census-related data for the city of Lowell.
Thank you.
So one of the things, so basically what the federal government does for HUD is that they take the median income from the metropolitan area, which includes Lowell, Billerica, Chelmsford, Drake, and basically all the surrounding communities. And they found that the median income for this area is $136,900. However, when you look at the city of Lowell as a whole using the census data, the median income is only $73,083. So there's about a $60,000 difference between the median income in the area as a whole versus Lowell. So one of the things that I'm also going to mention is that, and Mr. Chan is probably familiar with these numbers, but so when you look at the fair market rent, so the fair market rent is calculated based on all the rents in the 40th percentile. So the majority of the rents are actually higher than this. With the new fiscal year, a two-bedroom unit is $2,242. HUD calculates, one of the calculations that we have to use for the consolidated plan is the cost burden, is to look at how many renters are cost burden within the city. One of the things, the definition for cost burden is families can't be paying more than 30% of their income. And if they are, they're considered cost burdened. So if you take that number for a two-bedroom unit of $2,242, the calculation that I came up with, and this is basically gross income, in order for a family not to be cost burdened, and this is just to pay for rent, they have to make $81,527.27. Which is actually higher than the median income for all Lowell residents.
Interesting.
So those are basically the numbers that I wanted to provide you guys. I don't know if anyone has any questions that I could answer.
Elliot, I do have one. This is George, the administrator. Elliot, my
Sure.
question is, based on this data, are you saying that the average income in Lowell, the average median income cannot afford to actually live in the city?
Correct. If you're looking at just if you make the median income, yes. Well, you can, but you'll be cost burdened.
Okay,
Mr. Clore?
yes.
Mr. Yaffa, just checking in this and then looking through your information. The median income is based upon, and I was wondering if Mr. Chan would know this as well, given what he does in Housing Authority. Is that typically just one-person households, two-person households? When we're talking about an income for four, or a household of normal of four, is that only one income or two income? Do you know that, or is that something that's not included?
Combined household.
Is it combined, so it's combined household income, so this could be just
Correct.
one person or two? Could be three,
Correct.
right?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Any other questions for Mr. Yaffa? No. All set, Tom? Thank you, Elliot, for your time. We appreciate your input and your data.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, I just need a quick second, and we're going to move on to section 7, which is going to be a short PowerPoint presentation about affordable housing trust funds. Just bear with me for 1 second as I get this loaded up. Excuse me, folks. I just need 1 minute here. All right. Okay, the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust Fund. The Lowell Forward Plan created a study, a community-wide survey of respondents who live in Lowell, and they were asked to select up to 3 types of actions to prioritize, and each had over 100 responses. The most popular response was to provide more options for households that make a low to moderate income. The second was to encourage the creation of housing for unhoused individuals or families. Third was to encourage the creation of more housing options and choices. Fourth and final was to encourage the creation of homes with mixed of prices. The policies supported by the study of more than 850 participants were 3, allowing housing in commercial areas such as near the Cross Point Towers, Drum Hill, or near Stadium Plaza. The second was to allow 2-family developments in some areas where only single families are allowed. And third and final was providing financial support to renovate historic structures into denser housing. There are 5 elements needed to create and establish an affordable housing trust. The first is to make the trust official, create an action plan, create a budget, secure funding, and create housing trust initiatives. Models of affordable housing trusts, based from the Massachusetts Housing Partnership Guidebook. There are 2 affordable housing trusts typically. The housing trusts typically operate in one of two models. The first is as a funding agent, which is preferred model for the City of Lowell, and the second is an active initiator of projects. A funding agent model of an affordable housing trust is where you solicit proposals or applications by announcing a funding round and provide application forms by issuing an RFP or a request for proposal. The active initiator model is where we acquire property, contract for pre-development work on the site, and solicit a developer to construct affordable units. Another important element to an affordable housing trust is developing a budget for the Affordable Housing Trust. Currently, the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust was funded with a one-time ARPA grant of $3.2 million. The board will need to identify additional funding sources for the Affordable Housing Trust going forward. Common funding sources of an affordable housing trust based on the Massachusetts Housing Partnership Guidebook are number one, the Community Preservation Act surcharge based on Mass General Law, Chapter 44B. Second is that the Community Preservation Act can borrow money to pay the debt service on the capital using the affordable housing revenue. Third is monies received from the Federal Home Program. Fourth is linkage ordinance, otherwise known as linkage fee, which requires developers of certain commercial or large-scale residential projects to contribute to the cost of affordable housing or other community benefits. The next slide is the budget for the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust. The City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust was funded by a one-time ARPA grant in the amount of $3.2 million. The most common funding source in other communities is the Community Preservation Act surcharge. The third is of Affordable Housing Trust can also receive money the city receives from the Federal Home Loan Program. And fourth is negotiated development fees, linkage ordinance. Folks, that concludes. Yes, Mr. Manager?
Thank you very much, Mr. Coloris, for putting this together. Some of the stuff, just for the edification of the folks that may be listening, we've looked at linkage fees, and at this time, and I do not speak for the city council, but at this point in time, I think it may be very difficult to put linkage fees together. I think with the $3.2 million that you've laid out, we have an opportunity. I think it's, through the council's wisdom, putting the $3.2 million into this account was a good idea. And I think that the next step could be for us to talk to the mayor, who I know is on today, about possibly approaching the Community Preservation Committee to see if there is some additional CPA housing monies that could come into this direction. I also think, this is very well put together in the sense of how this needs to happen. I'd like to see if there's any indication on the funding agent model or the active initiator model, which I'd be interested to see, Mr. Coloris, Mr. Chan, if we have an opinion on that. Like, where should we be going? The way I look at this is, to me, the first piece would be the funding agent model, possibly, and this is for us to all have a discussion about. With Mr. Nelson, I know that he is extremely busy bringing his child back to school, which is much more important. We can sidebar on that or talk about that in the future. But if there's an opinion in the committee here about soliciting proposals or applications by announcing funding rounds, is that where we want to go, or can we stay active on both? Is there a possibility, Mr. Coloris, for us to stay active in both realms? Is that?
Yeah, based on the Massachusetts Housing Partnership Guidebook, you can engage in both. But for the City of Lowell, the preferred method was a funding agent, so we wouldn't have to manage the properties going forward.
Correct.
Where a funding agent allows us to have an application, where builders can come in, we can have one-time application, and then pass the money out that way. They can construct new housing.
And with this money, it would be the decision of this committee, whether it's going to be in a grant form, a low-interest loan form. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Manager.
Mr. Chan, any thoughts on that?
I agree with that.
Okay. So going with the funding agent model, soliciting proposals by announcing a funding round and provide applications. Now, I think that the next, Mr. Mayor, do you have any thoughts on that? Or do you agree with the funding agent model?
No, that's fine. George, can you please email me this presentation that you just gave to my email?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, will do.
Thank you. All
And
set.
no decisions, I don't think, need to be made today, and we know we're in our infancy of putting this together, but in bringing together our other folks on this, but maybe there's an opportunity to talk about this in a future meeting as well. But, Mr. Mayor, is that something that you think we should go to the council and ask about the CPA funding heading into this particular? Is that something to discuss with the council, or should we just talk with the Community Preservation Committee?
Well, I mean, since we have to approve all the funding that comes from CPC, right, we should probably do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go either way. It doesn't bother me. I just, just the most prudent direction is fine.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, the 3.2 million, I think, was a good idea. I think that what Mr. Yaffa was pointing out is the fact that this is extremely difficult. Not to table this, but to move this forward. I think that maybe we could talk with the council to talk to the Community Preservation Act. As the mayor had stated, he can go either way in this, but we need to figure out how to fund this proposal, I think, into the future to assist with any of these buildings.
Isn't there a requirement for 10% of CPC money anyway towards housing?
My understanding is, yes, they could if they desired to do so. Once again, that's up to the CPC committee itself. But I think, if we have a couple of projects in mind that we want to move forward on, I think that this committee could look at the possibility of allowing grants, which, once again, my opinion, not necessarily that of the council or that of this committee. I think we should be looking more towards a low-interest loan, because this particular fund, in my opinion, needs to regenerate itself over the years until we find additional ways to raise money to assist with affordable home unit, unit production. That's just my thought process, having some knowledge on it.
Can everybody hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
Hi, Valerie.
Oh, hi. I have a question. The CPC funding, is that 10% maximum that they would give us?
my understanding, and once again, not being on the CPC committee, but we could ask for 10%, but I'm pretty confident that the way the CPC operates is historical, residential, and parks, and I think you can do a third, a third, and a third in each bucket, if you would, Valerie. But I think that that's a discussion I can have with Chairman Backey, if that's okay with the committee.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
that'd be good. I think to Mr. Power's point, I think it's, if I could be incorrect, and I'm sorry if I am, I think they have to at least allot 10%. They can go above, and beyond 10, but I think they're required to use 10%.
I believe
That's
that.
correct.
I believe that's correct. Yep.
That is correct.
Yep.
Minimum of 10%, we can get more if they approve it.
If they approve it.
Right.
And it's just be an interesting piece that I think that, I'm wondering if, Mr. Cloris, if maybe in the next meeting, if we can have these discussions, if the committee's okay with this, maybe we bring Mr. Backey in to see, maybe they're already working on some of these ideas that, vice versa, we could help them, they could help us. Just a thought, process.
Anything else, Mr. Manager?
Nothing from my perspective, other than, excited to get moving now that we know the money's here, we know which process we want to go with, and trying to talk to the CPC for the future, and starting to, potentially look at which projects we want to move towards. We don't have $3 million sounds like a lot of money, but as the executive director of the Lowell Housing Authority knows, I don't think we want to get into handing it all into one project, because one big project could accept it right out of the gate. And but I think, once again, our goal would be to build any type of affordable rental, affordable home ownership, anything that's has that word so vital, affordable, because of what Mr. Yaffa had brought forward. So that's where I stand. I'm very good with the questions, and everything is great right here.
I appreciate that, Mr. Manager. That's a great segue to our next order on our agenda on the new business, to ask our board members for the input of the vision and goals for the City of Lowell Affordable Housing Trust. Mr. Chow, would you like to begin?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Manager. Well, based on the ban of affordable housing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, based on the demand of affordable housing within our city, after reviewing and read through the sample that we have here, my recommendation is to focus this funding on developing more affordable housing within the city and gearing towards low to moderate income family. So home ownership.
Creating new ownership.
Yeah, I mean, not totally dedicated to that, but there might be other affordable housing, because there's need for affordable housing ranging from extremely low income to low and to moderate income. So if we can target all, but more affordable housing development. increase the production.
Yes, Mr. Manager?
Thank you very much, Mr. Cloris. I agree with increasing. Is there something we should be looking towards in some of the stock that we currently have? Is it possible to bring that stock, and this is a question, is it possible to bring that stock up, not only just in value, I don't mean it that way, but to try to make it better living conditions? Could we be looking in that area as well? Would we make this money available to developers that are going to do that? So, which would move to my next question, which potentially could be a motion, that between now and the next meeting, if all of the members, if we could brief Mr. Nelson, who couldn't be here today, very important what he's doing, obviously, but to bring this question forward about visions and goals, if we could all share our visions and goals with Mr. Cloris, to have an open discussion at our next meeting, so we could put it all on the table and make sure that all of us are in this, in the same realm of what we would like to see happen for this money and the future of the money. So I guess in the form of a motion, if I could, I'd move that all the committee members send Mr. Cloris an idea of what their vision and goals are that we could discuss for our next meeting to ensure that all the members are on the same, and not that could be, we could always change it, right? The committee could always change it, but so there'd be a talking point of, are we indeed working for affordable home ownership programs? And I know that the executive director of Lowell Housing Authority has been doing a lot of this work. Should we be just concentrating on some of the buildings throughout the city that we could help owners who are in the affordable, the affordable home ownership, the affordability, to keep them affordable? Maybe they're in need of a heating system or a roof or something to that effect. These are just some thoughts that are flying into my head that I think that if we all could send Mr. Cloris a list of them, we can kind of start to feel this out and, figure out where we want to go. And Ms. O'Para, I don't know if you can, I hope you can hear me as well.
I can hear you.
Okay, so I don't know if that's an idea we want to think about.
I'd like to second that.
Motion made by the manager to introduce your visions and idea via email to the administrator, seconded by Tai Cha. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it, motion passes. Okay. Ms. O'Para?
Yeah, I just want to say that thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this committee. It's very important, especially when I drive around Lowell and I see so many people out on the street that don't have a place to live. Either they're sleeping in the park or sleeping in the train station when I go to work to Boston. So it's just unfortunate. It could happen to anyone. You could be working full time and then you have an illness and you can't afford to pay your rent. So I think it's a very important. Also, I think everyone has the right to affordable housing. Everyone. It'll improve their quality of life. Home is just not a building to some people. It's a place where you build memories and improves your quality of life, stable environment. And so I think we also need to do a needs assessment. What does Lowell need? Do we need single family? Do we need 2 family? Do we need 3 families? So maybe we could do a needs assessment to determine what our city needs. So that's what I think. And I think also we need to do outreach to the community, because a lot of people don't know about what's going on with the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. So I think we need to reach out to the community. It could be Housing Authority, it could be groups. We had the African Festival, we had the Cambodian Asian Water Festival. Reach out to the community, the senior center. My mom goes there every Friday and she has connections with people there, and even elderly people who don't have a place to live. So I think it's very important that we do a needs assessment also.
Understood, thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Any other discussion on this?
Not at this time.
Okay, we can move forward on our agenda. Our schedule for our next meeting will continue as the 3rd Wednesday of each month. Which, let me pop open my calendar. Let me tell you that date. Yeah, I'll email that. It'll be for the 3rd Wednesday of next month. And I will send out the email. Any other new business that anybody wants to discuss before we move forward?
Yeah, I just have one quick thing. I
Yes,
do
Mr.
have a designee that will be taking over come September. It's Kathy Mercado from the Merrimack Valley Housing Project. I have talked to her about it. She's very excited about joining the board.
she'll be much more valuable than I would be. So
I don't know about that, Mr. Mayor.
yeah, so
We love Kathy
I've
Mercado.
given her a
but-
bunch of information.
We love the mayor too.
She's going to watch this meeting as well, and she'll be joining in September.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. If I could ask Mr. Coloris to reach out to Ms. Mercado to ensure that she knows to share her thoughts, so the next time when she is here, you know, hopefully we can have a discussion, more of a roundtable discussion about what we should be doing to assist people with the affordable home ownership or affordable rentals, or, you know, trying to increase the quality of our stock in our city.
Yes, Mr. Manager, I'll reach out to Kathy Mercado.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Mayor.
and George, I don't know if you have it, but I could pass you along her email and, you know, phone
We've actually had
contact
a
if you
chance to
wish.
talk about this. When this started initiation, she had reached out, so that's a great choice.
Oh,
We're
great.
excited about
Okay.
that.
Excellent.
So thank you for
Good.
that.
I
Any
don't
other
have
new
any other
business?
discussions.
Any other discussions? Any other new business anybody wants to talk about? Can I get a motion?
Most of the job.
Second on motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn the meeting made by Ty Cha, seconded by the city manager, Tom Golden. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Meeting adjourned. Thank
Thank
you,
you, guys.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ms. O'Para.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Pyra. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Whenever I don't get to see you enjoy your trip over there.
I know, we got, it should be good. I mean, you know, it's gonna be busy.